I had skateboarding when I was getting paid to skateboard. I got into drugs. I lost relationships. Dude, I was homeless for like 10 years, maybe even more. Sleeping in bushes, recycling cans, stealing copper, robbing, stealing, fucking eating out of a fucking trash can. Like, dude, I've done it all. I lost everything. Dude, I riding around on a BMX bike with a flat tire, rim riding it down the street to go fucking look for stuff to steal. And I cleaned up. Yesterday. What's going on? Yes, give me some.
Good, bro.
Hell yeah.
How you been?
Good, man. Good. Just busy, man. Running around. Gonna have a little adventure today, huh? That's right. Yeah. We're at Redland Skate Park, man. This is where I do all my lessons with the kids. This is a pretty cool park. We're coming up on the 3rd anniversary here. It's pretty neat. When I moved here, I started coming here to skateboard. And I seen so many kids, I decided to like do my lessons again. I used to do them back in the day, so I seen so many kids and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to help out these kids. And I got like one lesson and it started leading to more. And it's just a lot of kids here. And it's just a cool thing to keep them out of trouble, you know what I mean? Something positive. So it's pretty rad. Let's go check it out. Redland Skate Park. There's nothing better like teaching little kids. I got this little girl, Danny. She was 3, now she's 4, but she's so little and she's just a little ripper. So like just seeing their faces smile, like dropping in for the first time is like the raddest thing ever. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool just to see, like give them confidence, and it's rad just to see what they learn and what they could do, you know? Like, it's pretty neat, man.
I mean, skating did so much for you, so...
Yeah, you gotta give back, dude. I owe skateboarding. So, like, to give back and, like, help out these little kids, it's the best, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta show them the way, man, so they can become little rippers. Pretty rad. Yeah, it's pretty rad. These guys are probably cutting school right now, skating. I always get my sandwich, and I do a little cheating, and I get an apple fritter. Yeah. Yeah. You guys have a great day. Good, huh?
How long have you been sober for?
In February 13th, I'll have 2 years. Crazy, dude. Longest I ever had on my own without being like locked up or something, you know, like behind a wall or whatever. So like, yeah, man, almost February 13th, I'll have 2 years.
What do you think that through all the times that you've tried to go clean and you fell back into addiction, you fell back into using, what do you think are like the biggest struggles that you had to overcome and the barriers, the obstacles that present themselves?
Well, I had to get comfortable with my own skin. Like, I always felt like I had to drink, do drugs to have fun. And I had to give it a chance, you know, like I would never give it a long enough chance staying clean and sober. I always just thought I had to drink, like put something in my system. So when I finally gave it a chance, I realized I have more fun being clean and sober. You know what I mean? So like that was a big deal to me. You know, I just had to give it a chance, you know, so yeah, like.
Do you think that anybody has the ability to go clean and sober? Like you look at someone who's in their lowest low, or when you reminisce on yourself when you were in like just really just using all the time and just at your lowest low, going through homelessness and just losing yourself. Do you think that anyone has the ability to go sober if they really try, even if they're at their lowest point?
Absolutely. Look, man, I had skateboarding when I was getting paid to skateboard. I got into drugs. I lost relationships. Dude, I was homeless for like 10 years, maybe even more. Sleeping in bushes, recycling cans, stealing copper, robbing, stealing, fucking eating out of a fucking trash can. Like, dude, I've done it all. I lost everything. Dude, I riding around on a BMX bike with a flat tire, rim riding it down the street to go fucking look for stuff to steal. And I cleaned up. Like, so you can, if you just gotta want it, you gotta be beat. For me, I was just so beat up and had enough. I was tired of just keep losing it over and over. And I just had to surrender and throw the towel in. And I just wanted to give it a chance, you know. And yes, man, it's possible. And there's, I have friends that have been through the same deal, if not even worse, you know. And they're clean sober for 10 years or more, you know. So it's possible. You just got to put the work in and give it a chance, and you got to open up and be honest with yourself. You got to really dive in, dig deep, and let it out and express it. And like I said, like at the therapy, counseling, these groups, that's what helped me, you know what I mean? And like just acceptance of like, dude, I do got a problem. I need the help, and like listening was like the best thing for me, and opening up and like letting out what was really bothering me on the inside, you know, like whatever it could be, losing friends, whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? You gotta let that out and express it. And then therapy helped me a lot, you know what I mean? Because then it helped me work on those things and take a look at that and try and change that and just have a different outlook, you know? So yeah, man, anyone can do it. If you want something bad enough, you can do it. You just gotta want it, you know? It took me so long because I just thought I was gonna live like that forever, and I was okay with it. But then I finally it just beat me up, and I just wanted to do something different. I just didn't want to go out like a junkie. I just didn't want to live that life no more. No fun sleeping in bushes, robbing and stealing, going to jail or whatever. You know, it's just not fun. It's like, I was beat up from it, man. I was done. So you gotta dig in deep, man. You put the work in, it can definitely happen, for sure. I guarantee it.
What would you say is the worst part about heroin and addiction?
Well, it's a 24-hour job. Once you get strung out, you constantly need it, and that sickness is so bad that of just like throwing up, or you can't sleep, you can't do nothing until you got your fix, you know? And that's the only thing on your mind. And you don't care what's in your way, you're gonna get it. Like, you're gonna do whatever it takes. I just did so many bad things to people, family, friends. Like, it's a 24-hour job to get it. And you're not healthy. Like, you can't hold a job. Or like, for me, I'm speaking as for me. Like, that's all that was on my mind. Was how am I going to get my next fix, you know? And it's usually nothing nice how you're going to come up with the money. So it's like, it's not a fun life at all. You know what I mean? It's horrible.
And now you're pretty much just using your experiences and everything that you went through to understand others and be able to help them out when they're going through the same type of shit.
Yes, man. Because it's like when I go to meetings or something, dude, I always try and take a little bit of like something that someone says, you know, that I could relate to. Like, man, they've been through it too. And then I look and see, like, man, look how happy they are. Like, dude, look what they're, you know, like, they cleaned up, they're happy, they're doing things they've never done before, and, like, the things you could accomplish when you clean up is, like, it's amazing, you know what I mean? It's the coolest thing ever, and I just wanted a piece of that, you know?
Yeah. What would you say to family members who, when they look at their family members going through it, and they feel uncomfortable to talk to them, and it's hard to help out? What would you say to them in terms of what they should do?
Well, it's such a hard one, because when you're on drugs, you're not yourself. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I was like angry, and it might like it's just hard. Like, what I put my mom through is like, it was the hardest thing for her to watch. She would tell me, you know what I mean? The only time she was happy or like could sleep was when I was locked up. You know what I mean? And she's just like, quit. Just quit. That's all you gotta do. She was tough like that. She partied back in the day, but she just stopped. Some people are just like that. I just needed more help than others. But like, it's really hard to see a loved one go through it, and all you want to do is help them, and they don't want that. They got, like I said, you got to be ready. You got to be willing to put in the work and want to clean up, to even get started and take those steps to live clean and sober. You know what I mean? So like, when parents can only do so much, you know what I mean? Like, my mom kicked me out. She's like, you're using drugs, you're out of the house. So I ended up being homeless. You know what I mean? If she would have let me keep staying there, that's just enabling me. You know what I mean? But it's hard to see, how much pain she went through, to see like her kick me out when I was younger, like on drugs. It was painful, for her. She would tell me. But like, and the risk of like using and ODing, like you go out there, you can, like, especially now with all that fentanyl and everything, and people are dying. People are dropping out like flies. It's crazy. It's a whole different ball game today. But it's really a struggle. But all you could do is show them love, like the parents, family, the brothers, sisters, any close friend. Like, you could always be there for them. Just tell them you love them. You know what I mean? And when they're ready, be there to help them. You know what I mean? Do whatever you can. But you definitely have to be ready. So it's crazy how hard it is on families that have to go through that and see loved ones going through addiction or something. It's not nice.
Yeah, dude. So where are you living now?
I'm living in Redlands, California. That's where I'm living at right now.
How long have you been living there for, and how did you end up living there, from like San Fran and all the hecticness to living there?
I've been out here almost 2 years. I went from San Francisco to Florida to a treatment center, to Huntington Beach to do IOP. Then I ended up relapsing out there, and I ended up out here in Redlands to my buddy Ron's New Origins Treatment Center. And that's going through this program, and that's where everything changed, dude. And it all clicked. Like I said, they show nothing but love there. I said this before. They're amazing. They care. And just all the love they showed me, it just clicked with me, man. And I just wanted a little piece of what was going on there. So I've been out here. I went through the program. It took me like 8 months to graduate. Ended up becoming a house manager. Now I'm trying to get clients in, people that are looking for help. For addiction, mental health, trying with my platform, people reach out and I try and get them help. So I've been out here about 2 years now.
So what exactly is New Origins, and what do they do?
It's a treatment center for mental health and for addiction. So what they do is try and help people get back on, like, so they got groups, counseling, therapists, they got therapy. It's just like to help you out and get the tools and get you cleaned up and to back on your feet, man, where you go back out into the world and live, man, and live a clean and sober, healthy life. You know what I mean? Like, the groups are really good, and just like I always say, it's just how much they care there, and how much they want to see you do good goes a long way. So, a lot of people don't get that love or care, and when you come through New Origins, I feel like, or for me, at least for me, it showed me love where, like, man, they actually care, you know what I mean, and want the best for you. So they really go out of their way to like help you out and like get all the tools you can for when you get out there in the real world and live, you know what I mean? Like, so it was important for me to go through there and take it all in, because I always say this, man, I was such a mess that I needed as much help as possible. Like, just like, it's not just with your addiction, it's like what you hold inside, like your character defects, and just like me as a person when I was on drugs, man. Like, I just like selfish, impatient. I was I had no patience, angry, moody, you know what I mean? So that helps you work on all those things and just like have a different look on life, you know what I mean, in a positive way. And I had to change who I hang out with, where I go, and I just try and stick with people that are doing cool things and positive things. And it changed my life, man. Like, so many cool things. It just opened the door for so many cool things to happen for me. So I can't thank New Origins enough. Ron, Josh, my buddy Cody there, all the therapists. Dude, everyone that works there, dude, cares about everybody. They just want the best for you. And when you get some love, man, it like, for me, it hit my heart, you know what I mean? And this made me want to change. So like, it was such a good place for me to go. Like, I'm very grateful that I went through this program, and because I thought I was going to be there 30 days, you know, like, I can just do 30 days and I'll be gone. And then they told me it's like 6 to a year long. How much work you put in, you could graduate. It varies, you know, but like, so I graduated in 8 months. I just did everything they told me to do, you know, and it was the best thing for me, just to work on myself, focus on what I need to do, and just take one day at a time. So it was great, man. So yeah, I've been out here about 2 months, and it's a really quiet town. So I like it. It's good for me, because I'm used to being around city life or like action and just craziness. So it's cool just to settle down in a quiet little area and like do my thing, you know. So it's neat.
Yeah, and you work for New Origins now, right?
Yes, I do.
So what exactly do you do?
So like, I just try and help people out that are going through addiction or mental health. Just, I guess, from what I've been through, and I put it out there. Like, I'm an open book, and I've struggled with addiction for years, like 20 years or so, you know. Like, I lost a lot of stuff through those 20 years. Get clean, lose it, and then I couldn't stay clean. So, like, for me, like, I feel like me putting it out there, maybe I could reach someone that's going through the same thing, and they'll see, like, what I've been through, and for me to clean up and do what I've been doing, changing my life, maybe that can help someone else. So people reach out to me and that are struggling with addiction or mental health and like looking for help. So I try and get them into treatment, and so they can change their life, man, and live a good, happy, healthy life, you know. So that's what I do with my platform of just, like I said, like putting all my stories, everything. Like, everyone's got a story. Everyone that's been through it's got a story, and that could reach someone. That someone could relate to that and go, I've been through that too, man. And when you see someone that's been through it and can put the work in and clean up and change your life, man, it shows that it's possible. Anyone could do it, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I just try and, people call me, hit me up through I have a number. With New Origins, I got a business phone, a personal phone, where I use for people to reach out to me. So I put it on my Instagram, and so they can give me a call, text me, or give me a call, and try and get them the help that they need.
Where are we at right now?
We're at OG Juice, organic, the best juice ever, with my dude Will right here, my homie. We're in Marietta. He's going to give you a little breakdown of what we're doing.
All right, so what's up? Like Andy said, we're over here at Organically Grown OG Juice Co. in Marietta. About to do a little collaboration with them. I'm going to do a little Andy booster shot. Yes. So we were thinking of the name, maybe like a little anti-booster. Give it a little anti-everything, so anti-inflammatory, anti-anxiety, anti-inflammation. Give you guys the boost energy for the day. So far we got it with ginger, turmeric, molasses, which molasses is going to be the all-natural organic way to sweeten it. So that'll give, instead of having that coffee or that, sugar crash effect, we're kind of doing the opposite. So we'll give it an all-natural way to get the energy without the anxiety. You won't have the crash from it. Then we're gonna do real salt. So that's something that everyone should have. You can just put a little pinch of it to just help absorb and make all the vitamins and nutrients are gonna retain in your body better. Some black pepper as well. We'll mix that with a little bit of cayenne. So that'll be a little blend between salt, pepper, and cayenne. And then we'll have an orange base as the orange. So it'll be orange juice as the base. We'll have lemon, ginger, cayenne, turmeric, and blackstrap molasses.
Someone just want a nice up dance. Doba. See man locked down in tight romance, yeah. The essence of Aisha fills the air, yeah. You're free to look, but don't you dare stare. Hear this, trouble you, they trouble me. No, I woulda just flash me thing. Bubble you, they bubble me. Yes, you know, forward in a me ring. Trouble you, they trouble me. No, I woulda just flash me thing.